AM 560, The Answer.
The content and information on Real Estate Airwaves is for informational purposes only and should not be regarded as legal advice. Real Estate Airwaves does not provide legal advice and make no warranty or representation regarding the information on the show. Real Estate Airwaves shall not assume any liability for damages of any kind whatsoever relating to the use, misuse, or reliance of this information. The listener should conduct their own investigations, analysis, due diligence, draw their own conclusions, and make their own decisions. Any areas concerning taxes or specific legal or technical questions should be referred to lawyers, accountants, consultants, brokers, or other professionals licensed, qualified, or authorized to render such advice.
No fluff, no hype, no gurus. You're listening to Real Estate Airwaves on AM 560, The Answer. Get the inside information you need to find, fund, fix, and flip real estate in today's market. Joshua Ingalls and Vincent Pace share their secrets to minimize risk, maximize profit, and get deals done. We're pulling the curtain back and sharing the knowledge you need to succeed in real estate. And now, your hosts, Joshua and Vincent.
Thanks for tuning in. Today, I am really excited because we are going to be talking about how to sell your home for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. The number here is 855-5-AIRWAVES, or you can visit realestateairwaves.com. My name is Joshua Ingalls. I'm an active real estate investor here in the Chicagoland area. I'm also an active real estate broker with United Real Estate. And today we are really going to be diving into what are the things that you should be doing to sell your home for the most amount of money, or what are the things that actually the real estate agent should be doing to sell your home for the most amount of money. And I'm going to be sharing my marketing plan with you, which is pretty intense. But if you have a real estate agent, what you need to do is download my marketing plan by contacting us at 855-5-AIRWAVES or visiting realestateairwaves.com and then making them follow this marketing plan, because this is all geared to helping you sell your home for the most amount of money. Now, if you're going to market your home, it all starts with photography. I can't tell you the amount of times I've seen listings on the MLS where the realtor did not get professional photos, or they used a cell phone to take the photos, or they might have had a nice camera and they took the photos themselves. You need to have professional photos. If somebody sees your home online and they click not interested because the photos are lackluster, they will likely never see your home ever again. So brilliant, high-resolution photography is so important. You can't have any dark areas. You definitely need to make sure you're using a wide-angle lens, and make sure that that home is clean when you do that. Now, we're going to be talking about, if you are an investor, what are the things you should be doing if you're pre-marketing a home? Again, starting with photos. So if you're going to pre-market your home before it's finished, get professional photos during the construction process. Now, when you're going to want to do this is typically when the 2x4s are exposed and you can maybe see the plumbing getting done or the electrical getting done. You can do pre-marketing photos and then use photos from some of your other projects as examples of what this house is going to look like. So get the professional photographer in there. And then you're also going to want to do a high-resolution video where you're talking about all the things that you've done in this house and that you're going to do in this house so you can help buyers visualize that. So you should be explaining, for example, this home is going to have a second-story balcony, or this is the master I'm standing in, and this master is going to feature 2 walk-in closets. You're kind of painting a picture for your potential buyers. Another thing you're going to want to make sure that you do after you do the photos and video is upload the videos and the picture to the private listing network on the MLS. You cannot market a home as a real estate agent unless it's on the private listing network. So that needs to be on there with the photos and with the video, and then that way you're not accumulating MLS market time. Once it's on the private listing network, then you can then start promoting your house to various websites and that sort of thing. So what I do is then once I have that on the private listing network, I then upload my video to YouTube. And YouTube is a very, very powerful search engine. It's owned by Google. And what most people don't know is that YouTube is the second largest search engine just behind Google. And many times you can rank for keywords off of a YouTube video, then on Google, so people can find you even though it's on YouTube. I've outranked websites on organic searches on Google off of a YouTube versus websites that have been out there for over a year. So make sure to upload it to YouTube with the proper tags so your home can be found. Now, you're also going to want to create a pre-marketing website. So this is going to be whatever the address of the home is. So for example, if you have a home on 123 Main Street, you should download or you should buy the domain 123mainstreet.com. And then on that website, you should have links. You should have all your photos there, and then you should also have your video there so you can properly promote it. Now, Facebook is a very, very powerful tool. You should also be uploading, don't just put the link to your YouTube video on Facebook, actually upload this video to Facebook because Facebook gives it much more juice in the searches when it comes from you and you're not sharing a link from an outside source. So not only upload your video to YouTube, but also do it to your personal Facebook page and then create a Facebook fan page for the house as well. And the Facebook fan page is going to be similar to your website. This is where I put all the photos. This is where I put the videos. And then I start running ads for this Facebook page to drive people in the area to your house. And what's really powerful is you can target people making a certain amount of money. So that way you're not paying for people clicking the advertisement and then they're not qualified to buy the home. Something we've started to doing because everybody is all about apps and text messaging is all of the homes that we list, we actually create a unique QR code that people can scan with their phones. And then we also create a 24-hour text line. Now, if anyone texts that text line, if you want to try it, you could text Naperville to 79564 and you'll get an idea of what that is. But once you text that number, then all the information gets sent to your phone. And then we will be able to follow up with that person via phone to see if they have any questions. But then it links it to the website. And then again, the website is also linked to your Facebook page. And if you live in the city of Chicago, or you have a house in the city of Chicago and it's a renovation, something we do on all my listings for all of my developers and investors is I will actually have a 4-foot by 4-foot sign created for the house with the website, with the text line, with the QR code. This gets people excited in the neighborhood about your house, and then it starts making the neighborhood aware that your house is going to be coming on the market. And you also want to do a coming soon listing on Zillow. What's really powerful with Zillow is the coming soon feature. You need to be a premier agent to do this, but I recommend paying the money to do this because Zillow will actually give a coming soon listing more views than a normal for sale listing because it's kind of a pocket listing. So Zillow really, really promotes those. So make sure your agent has the ability on the Premier Agent to do coming soon listings for your home while you're doing the construction process. You know, we talked about Facebook. Another one you want to do for sure is Google Plus. Google Plus, again, is owned by Google. Again, I've ranked for keywords and tags that I've used on Google Plus, and I'm referring people back to the website where people can get all the information. So you want to have a really cool title like Coming Soon to Norwood Park or Coming Soon to Bucktown. Get people's attention and have a really cool picture, perhaps, of the house under construction. And again, you can rank for these keywords. And then also put it on the other sites like Craigslist, Twitter, Backpage, Pinterest. What I really like is LinkedIn because I can create an article about the house with the videos, with the pictures, and it's, again, driving people to your website. The number here is 855-5-AIRWAVES, or you can visit realestateairwaves.com. The first 50 people to contact us will be getting a copy of the marketing plan that I use to sell my homes for the most amount of money. We'll see you soon.
Mortgage rates are still near historic lows. If you're looking to buy your first home, upgrade, downsize, invest, or refinance, contact Matthew Ewald from Draper & Kramer Mortgage Corp. Matthew has been a trusted mortgage consultant for over 13 years and has options to fit your unique needs. With 40-plus investors, call Matthew today at 630-376-0484. That's 630-376-0484. Or apply online at mortgagechicagoland.com. Company NMLS 2551, NMLS 198323, Illinois Residential Mortgage Licensee, Equal Housing Lender.
If you want to do real estate deals, you need to learn the systems. Visit fliptoriches.com for info on workshops happening the first Tuesday of every month. Meet me, Joshua Ingalls, and other active real estate investors in the Chicagoland area. We give the most value possible with networking and information for new and seasoned investors. We meet the first Tuesday of every month at 3009 North Kedzie in Chicago at 6 p.m. Check out fliptoriches.com. That's fliptoriches.com for all the info now.
Need capital for your real estate investment? Let Barnett Real Estate Investment Finance be your partner for fast, flexible, and certain capital. Since 2008, they've funded millions of home flippers, landlords, auction buyers, wholesalers, and more. And they'd like their next deal to be with you. Submit your preliminary application now at barnettcapital.com/prelim or call them at 224-205-7266. Again, that's 224-205-7266.
AM 560, The Answer. It's all about making money with real estate. Now, back to Real Estate Airwaves on AM 560, The Answer.
Welcome back. Today, we are talking about selling your homes for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. And if you contact us at 855-5-AIRWAVES or visit us at realestateairwaves.com, the first 50 people that get in touch with us will be getting a copy of the marketing plan that I use to sell all of my personal homes and all of my clients' homes for the most amount of money. And this is a guide that you can have your real estate agent follow, so you make sure they're doing the job that they're supposed to be doing, and they're doing all the necessary steps that needs to be done to really get top dollar for your home. Now, once the home is done and completed, you're going to want to have the house thoroughly cleaned. I've been in many listings where the house is messy, and when buyers walk through a messy house, it paints not a pretty picture in their minds. They start questioning other aspects of the house and maybe other things that can be wrong. So cleaning the home is very important. And if you tuned in last week, we were talking about why staging a home is very important. Staging, if we're selling anything that's going to be a higher end listing, even some of our cheaper properties, we're going to stage it, because when you stage it, you give your buyers the visualization of what the house's potential really is. And I was talking about professional photography in the last episode. Again, you want to have this professional photographer come out and take new photos after the construction was done. Now the house is clean and staged. You know, people make their decisions online in an instant. You know, we're in a society now where people have ADD, and they're just clicking various listings as quickly as they can. And if your pictures don't pop, it's not going to draw their eye. So make sure that that front picture, and all the pictures are really important, but your front picture is the most important. So if you're missing a piece of siding or something like that, you want to make sure that's done and have that photographer come in and do those high-resolution photos. Another thing you're going to want to do is now do a high-resolution video. Again, kind of like the pre-marketing video we did, but now we're talking about, again, now that the house is done, you're showing people this is what was done. This is the school district this home is in. It's close to this metro station, or it's close to public transportation. You're going through all the benefits of the house and why it's a great house for the buyer. You know, a lot of agents out there, they do quote unquote virtual tours. But what they're really doing is they're doing slideshows with piano music. There's a big difference between video virtual tours and then you narrating it versus piano music with a slideshow. Nobody watches virtual tours with piano music and slideshows. People don't have time to sit there and watch that. It's much easier for them to click through the photos. And so those virtual tours that a lot of agents do are just not effective. You also want to do a digital floor plan of the house and do a 3D tour. There's a technology out there called Matterport. And what this is it actually, it's a special kind of camera, and it allows people to virtually walk through your home like they're literally there in the house. It is a really, really cool technology. And what this allows people to do is really spend their time, go room by room, see different rooms in the house, see the floor plan. You know, when you see photos online of a house and you go to the house, sometimes the floor plan isn't what you thought it was. And what this 3D tour allows is for people from out of state, perhaps even out of country, to confidently now make an offer on your house because they can virtually walk through it. They can use 3D virtual reality goggles. They can use their cell phone, or they can just use their computer. But it is a very, very powerful tool. It is something that every real estate agent should be doing on your house. Now, this is for my higher end listings, but we will actually bring in a script writer to write a story, and we'll hire actors and actually do a video crew to film a story about the house. Now, you're saying, Josh, this is a little much. And the reality is, yes, it is pretty elaborate, but what it allows you to do is to really sell the house without selling it to someone. What I mean by that is most advertisements now out there may not have a lot to do with the product. They're showing you the lifestyle. They're showing you this. You drink Coca-Cola and you'll always stay thin and look good. This is the same concept with hiring the actors and creating a story. People will watch it like it's a TV commercial, and people will watch that from start to finish because other agents out there are just not doing that. So if you have a listing that's over $500,000, I highly, highly, highly recommend doing it. You will get a lot of views. You will get a lot of engagement from the community. Another thing we do on our higher end listings is we'll actually bring in drone photography and video, especially if you're on a property with a lot of land. This is extremely important. If it's on a large let's say it's on an acre or it's a 5-acre lot and you want to showcase the pond that you have in the back, this is really important and really cool. If you're in an area where you have a cool scenery, the drone video is going to highlight that so people, again, can visualize, what does the neighborhood look like? Now, all of these videos need to be uploaded to YouTube again, and you need to be putting the proper keywords into YouTube so people can find the video. You shouldn't be naming your video 123 Main Street. You can make that a tag, but you should be describing where the house is located, and it should be something like 4-bedroom homes for sale in Chicago, Norwood Park, or 3-bedroom homes for sale in Naperville, District 203. Now, what this is doing is now it's going to be picked up on searches, and people are going to find your home without knowing the address. And again, you could put the address in the tag, so if someone Googles it, they can still find the house. And again, putting it on Facebook, you're getting all that traffic. Facebook gives you a lot of views. Put it on your personal page, and then make sure to put it on that fan page as well. Update that website that you created. You should have all the photos, the videos that you've created, the floor plans, the 3D virtual tour. Everything needs to be in one place for someone. So when they scan that QR code, when they text that phone number, when they visit that website, everything is in one place for them. You don't want to tell people, yeah, go look at my house on Zillow or go look at my house on Redfin. What happens when you do that, people will go to those websites, and what does Zillow and Redfin do? It gives them 30, 50, 100 different suggestions of other houses just like your house. And now people will visit those other listings and forgot why they were even there in the first place. And having a website with all this information, with all this engagement, is going to keep people engaged with your home. Another thing we do is we send out 1,000 mailers to the community that surround the area, and perhaps areas where we know that buyers come from this area to buy homes in this area. Why this is important is because you're giving your home exposure. You want as many people to know that your home is for sale as possible. I've encountered a lot of people where their home was listed and their neighbors or people in the community didn't even know it was for sale. So getting the word out there is important because your neighbor may not buy your house, but they may know family, they may have friends that are moving in the area, and now your mailer is in front of them. They're getting the Facebook advertisement. You're hitting them from different angles, and they will then, of course, recommend your house to that buyer. The number here is 855-5-AIRWAVES, or you can visit realestateairwaves.com. The first 50 people to contact us will be getting a copy of the marketing plan that we use to sell our homes for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. We'll see you soon.
You're an investor, a lender in commercial real estate, or you're an attorney, and you use a title company. National Title Solutions wants a chance to be your title company. Give them a shot at your business, and you'll find out why they're the best choice. Most title companies keep banking hours and have no flexibility. National Title Solutions will do whatever it takes on your timetable. You'll save money, too. Give them an opportunity and see the difference. Convenient offices all over. National Title Solutions. Call 800-NTS-2700. 800-NTS-2700. Mortgage rates are still near historic lows. If you're looking to buy your first home, upgrade, downsize, invest, or refinance, contact Matthew Ewald from Draper & Kramer Mortgage Corp. Matthew has been a trusted mortgage consultant for over 13 years and has options to fit your unique needs. With 40-plus investors, call Matthew today at 630-376-0484. That's 630-376-0484. Or apply online at mortgagechicagoland.com. Company NMLS 2551, NMLS 198323, Illinois Residential Mortgage Licensee, Equal Housing Lender.
The Chicagoland Real Estate Investment Group invites you to build your network in real estate investing and learn from the region's experts. There's no charge to attend, and there won't be any hard sell for expensive courses. Join us on the fourth Monday each month in the North Shore. For more information, visit us at meetup.com/ChicagolandREI. Again, that's meetup.com/ChicagolandREI. Meetup.com/ChicagolandREI.
Need capital for your real estate investment? Let Barnett Real Estate Investment Finance be your partner for fast, flexible, and certain capital. Since 2008, they've funded millions of home flippers, landlords, auction buyers, wholesalers, and more. and they'd like their next deal to be with you. Submit your preliminary application now at barnettcapital.com/prelim or call them at 224-205-7266. Again, that's 224-205-7266.
AM 560, The Answer. Now, back to the show that gives you the insider info. Real Estate Airwaves on AM 560, The Answer.
Welcome back. Today we are talking about how you can sell your homes for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. The number here is 855-5-AIRWAVES, or you can visit realestateairwaves.com. The first 50 people to contact us will be getting a copy of the marketing plan that we use in our business to sell our homes for the most amount of money. And it's something that you can give your real estate broker to make sure they're following a plan that's going to work and get people excited about your house. Now, we talked about the mailers that are sent out. When we actually get people physically in the house, we want to have something that they can take home with them. And that's why having a 4-page glossy brochure is important, because they may look at 5, 10 different houses that day. And if you don't have something that they can take away, they may forget about your house. Now, on this brochure, it's going to have the photos, it's going to have all the information, but more importantly, it's going to have that website, again, where everything is located, so they don't have to go on Zillow or Trulia or Realtor.com or Redfin to get more information. We keep them sending people back to your website. Now, the thing is, of course, with all of this marketing, you also have to price the home strategically. And in order to do that, you need to look at comparable sales in the neighborhood. You do not want to be a house that's overpriced in the neighborhood. If nothing in this neighborhood has sold for over $400,000 and you're going to list your home for $450,000, what you're doing when you do that is you're helping all those homes, your competition, sell their homes so much quicker. Because what are the other real estate agents going to say? Well, look at that house there listed at $450,000. We can buy this home for $400,000. So you need to look at what are the comps in the neighborhood. Are they in the same neighborhood? Are they in the same school district? Are they on the other side of the train tracks? You can't use those. Are they on the other side of a busy intersection? You can't use those. You really, really need to look at the comps, and your realtor needs to help you do that. The biggest mistake I see agents make in my market and all over the United States, and I see it all the time, over 75% of agents make this mistake, is they will list a $500,000 house for $499,000. Now, why is that a mistake? Because there's always less buyers. If you don't believe me, visit Zillow, visit Trulia, visit Redfin. The searches are not set up that way. If you're looking at houses between $400,000 and $500,000, they will see your home at $499,000. But if they're set up on a search through these websites, because they don't allow you to put in awkward numbers like $499,000, if you're listed at $499,000 and someone's looking at homes between $500,000 and $525,000 or $500,000 and $550,000 or $500,000 to $600,000, they just missed your house. It is the biggest mistake agents make, and they continue to make it. And it's the reason why agents do it is because, well, $499,000 sounds cheaper than $500,000. But that's not the way that technology is set up today to search for houses. You should always list at an even number. Look at those websites. I use actual data. There's a tool I use which is called reverse prospecting, and I can see how many buyers are looking at various price points. So when we price a home, I never price a home based on my opinion of what that house is worth. We look at the comps, then we actually look at the data. If we list the house at $499,000, this is how many buyers are looking at this price point. If we list it at $500,000, this is how many buyers we have at that price point. I have never found it where listing it at $199 versus $299 versus $200,000. There's always less buyers on that awkward number. But use reverse prospecting to see how many buyers are looking at specific price points, and your agent should know how to use reverse prospecting to do that. It is so crucially important to use data before you list a home, because you want to catch buyers while your home is new. And another mistake I see a lot of agents make is they list their home late in the afternoon. They list it in the evening. What happens when you do that is you've accumulated 1 day of market time. So what we do when we do our listings is we list our homes at 12:01 or 12:02 a.m. so we maximize that full 24 hours of that first day of that listing. So that way your listing shows new. People want new listings because it's the shiny new object. Once your home accumulates market time, it becomes more and more difficult to sell. The number here is 855-5-AIRWAVES, or you can visit realestateairwaves.com. The first 50 people to contact us will be getting a copy of the marketing plan that I use in my business to sell my homes and my clients' homes for the most amount of money. We'll see you soon.
Real estate agents are cheap. Many agents will only market your home on the MLS and put a sign up. Demand more. Joshua Ingalls invests in aggressive marketing, including high-def video, 3D virtual tours, professional photography, a custom website, and mailers, so you can get the most amount of money for your home in the shortest amount of time. Call Joshua Ingalls, broker with United Real Estate Chicago, at 630-544-1504 for a free home valuation, or visit HomeTeamIL.com to learn more.
Need capital for your real estate investment? Let Barnett Real Estate Investment Finance be your partner for fast, flexible, and certain capital. Since 2008, they've funded millions of home flippers, landlords, auction buyers, wholesalers, and more. And they'd like their next deal to be with you. Submit your preliminary application now at barnettcapital.com/prelim or call them at 224-205-7266. Again, that's 224-205-7266.
AM 560, The Answer. Now, back to the show with real estate info you won't find anywhere else. Real Estate Airwaves is on AM 560, The Answer.
Welcome back. Today we are talking about how you should be marketing your homes so you can sell them for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. Now, we are sharing my marketing plan with you, and what this will allow you to do is to hold your real estate agent accountable of the things that they should be doing so that they can market your home properly and that you have a guideline of things they can do, again, so they can sell your house for the most amount of money. The number here is 855-5-AIRWAVES, or you can visit realestateairwaves.com. Those people that contact us will be getting that marketing plan. Now, once you are actually live and you are on the MLS, you listed it at 12:01 a.m., you need to have a massive open house. And what do I mean by massive? I'm not just talking about putting it on the MLS and saying open house on the MLS. You need to be out inviting the neighbors to the open house. Again, your neighbors are not necessarily going to buy your house, but they may know somebody who's looking in the area. And then also what happens is when serious buyers with agents or buyers that are ready to buy now, they see all these people at this open house. It makes them take action. People want what they can't have. And if they see all these people at the house, they then say, wow, look at all the interest in this house. I better move now on this property or I may not have the opportunity to do it again. You get people that are on the fence, off the fence, and you get them to take action. So invite the neighbors. A lot of agents have told me in the past, well, I don't do open houses because open houses don't sell homes. That's an absolute lie. I have sold many homes at open houses. It's just that agent is lazy and they don't want to work on the weekends. That's really what it comes down to. But open houses, I've had buyers come through open houses. I've sold it at the open house. Open houses are extremely important, and if you promote them right and you get a lot of people through the doors, you're going to create that demand for your property. And so at the open house, we're going to have, if it's a house, we're going to have we sometimes we'll put an apple pie in the stove and we'll actually start baking it, because then the house, when people walk in, it smells like home. I know a lot of people that do candles and that sort of thing. That's great. But when I get people in my house, I want them to feel like they're at home. Now, you also want to have those brochures. So all the neighbors that come through, they can give those to people that they know might be interested. I also create business cards for that property. Now you say business cards. Well, they have the brochure. Well, the great thing about creating property business cards is this is something that someone can potentially put in their wallet. They could put it in their purse. And again, this business card has a photo, and so you can only get one photo on there, but it has a photo of the house. Perhaps it's the kitchen if it's a really nice kitchen. And then it has the website on there, and it has the text line on there. Again, we want people to get back to your website, so your specific website, so they can get more information. And it's something that they can easily, more than likely, if it's a business card, they're going to put it in their wallet and they're going to have it with them all the time. So business cards are great to do that. Now, here's something that a lot of agents, I call them order takers. Now, what are order takers? When a buyer comes in and they say, well, I don't like this house because it doesn't have a rooftop deck over the garage. And the agent, instead of countering that objection, they just take it. They don't give them any reasons why perhaps a deck on the back of the house might be better, because it allows people to go directly from the kitchen right to the deck that's on the back of the house versus it being on the top of the garage. And they don't have to haul things upstairs up the garage, and they're unsafe. And the city is cracking down on people with rooftop decks on their garage because they're illegal. Agents are order takers many times, where you can take something that people think is negative and reframe it. We have to highlight the property's benefits and features so we can overcome any objections instead of just taking any objections and not coming back with anything. Another thing that it's a lost art. Back 30 years ago, agents, to sell houses, you had to go, we didn't have the MLS where you could go online and find houses. They had these real estate books, and the way that agents would sell their clients' homes is they would actually reach out to other agents with listings. This is how homes were bought and sold. Now, the reason for that is because 70% of buyers in the marketplace are repeat home buyers. Many people do not know that everyone's focusing on the first-time home buyer. That's great. That's what all the marketing we're doing. We're appealing to the first-time home buyer, but we want to really target the repeat home buyer because they're 70% of the market. And we will reach out to agents in that local market because 17 times out of 20, people that are located within a 5-mile radius of your home are going to be your buyer, and they're either going to be moving into a more expensive home or they're going to be moving down into a less expensive home. So have an agent that's willing to reach out to the other agents in the area that are selling a home, that they can then refer them to your house. The number here is 855-5-AIRWAVES, or you can visit realestateairwaves.com. The first 50 people that contact us will be getting our marketing plan. See you soon.
You're an investor, a lender in commercial real estate, or you're an attorney, and you use a title company. National Title Solutions wants a chance to be your title company. Give them a shot at your business, and you'll find out why they're the best choice. Most title companies keep banking hours and have no flexibility. National Title Solutions will do whatever it takes on your timetable. You'll save money, too. Give them an opportunity and see the difference. Convenient offices all over. National Title Solutions. Call 800-NTS-2700. 800-NTS-2700.
Need capital for your real estate investment? Let Barnett Real Estate Investment Finance be your partner for fast, flexible, and certain capital. Since 2008, they've funded millions of home flippers, landlords, auction buyers, wholesalers, and more. And they'd like their next deal to be with you. Submit your preliminary application now at barnettcapital.com/prelim or call them at 224-205-7266. Again, that's 224-205-7266.
AM 560, The Answer. It's all about making money with real estate. Now, back to Real Estate Airwaves on AM 560, The Answer.
Welcome back. Today we are talking about selling your home for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time and the marketing plan that your agent should be following to sell your home for the most amount of money. Now, there's three reasons why we covered a lot of information on this show. There's three reasons why a lot of agents don't do the things I talked about. The first reason is because they're cheap. A lot of agents do not invest in their listings. Now, if you're an investor and you have a house, you could have been investing $200,000, $300,000 in that home to bring it to where it is today. If an agent isn't willing to spend a couple grand to invest in your home to help you sell it, that is not an agent you should be working with. They should be spending money on marketing, just as you have spent all that money to get the house to where it is. So that's one reason why a lot of agents don't do this, but give them this marketing plan, make them follow it. Another reason, agents are lazy or they just don't have the time to do it. Well, if they're lazy or they don't have the time to do it, they are doing you a disservice because your home could sell for $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 less if they don't follow a proven system in order to do it. And then the third reason is just agents don't know any better. Again, over 75% of agents out there are still listing $500,000 homes for $499,000. It's a very simple thing when you show them Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, Redfin, all the searches, the MLS. That's how all the searches are set up. So you also need to educate your realtors on the very specific things they should be doing day in and day out to help you sell your home for the most amount of money. Again, today we covered the things that you should be doing while the construction is going on. We want to pre-market that home. We also talked about once the home is completed, the importance of staging. Make sure to listen to last week's episodes on Real Estate Airwaves where we talk with Nora about why staging is so important. Again, getting the professional photos, the professional video, the 3D virtual tour so anyone in the country or even out of the country can virtually walk through your home. If it's a higher end listing, getting a scriptwriter, actors, drone videos. We want your house to make people say, wow. We want to engage them with your website. So once people visit your website, they stay engaged with your website and they have all the information there. And then going back to the basics and having an agent that's willing to get on the phone with other agents with listings in the area, because 70% of the time, the buyer for your home is a repeat home buyer. So if somebody has their home listed for sale, what does that mean? That means they are a buyer. So if they are contingent or they are pending, these are motivated buyers because if they don't buy something soon, they may not have somewhere to live and they may have to live out of a hotel. So getting back to the basics is also extremely important in having that open house. The number here is 855-5-AIRWAVES, or you can visit realestateairwaves.com. The first 50 people to contact us will be getting a copy of the marketing plan that we use in our business to sell our homes for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time, and you can hold your realtors accountable for the things that they're doing. If you want a free marketing plan or a free home valuation, visit joshuainglis.com or visit hometeamil.com. We'll see you next week.
You've been listening to Real Estate Airwaves on AM 560, The Answer. Come back next Sunday at noon for more insider real estate information from Joshua and Vincent. You can listen to past shows, contact them, and get free exclusive content at realestateairwaves.com. That's realestateairwaves.com.